The Usos betray Roman Reigns, and you heard that first here at Story Wrestling. And the tribal chief was really mad after the match, so that's why he talked to Paul Heyman like this at backstage. Just take a look. Wise man, yes, my tribal chief. Did you buy the WWE shop? Not yet, my tribal chief. So you see, please don't make the tribal chief more mad at you and go to the WWE show with the link that I leave you at the description of this video. So now let's see what happened during the all matches at Night of Champions. And let's start with the first match, the World Heavyweight Championship match. And you know, I expected this match to be actually the real main event. You know, this thing about having three main events, I don't believe in this because the main event is the final match of the event. So if you have, this is the opener, no, it's not the main event. And I really would have loved to see this match as the main event because I think that actually was missing from this match. You know, of course, the match that opens the event is also very important, but it's not as important as the one that closes the event. And this was for the World Heavyweight Championship. So if you really want this championship to be that important, then why it was not at the main event? So anyway, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles gave a hell of a fight, and they were really a fight that you can call that it was really worthy of being a World Heavyweight Championship match. They gave it all, and of course, the match started really. I mean, it was a progression. No, they start with really simple moves. They start to make them more complex, but actually the intensity was at their top at every single punch they landed on each other. And you know, as the match progressed, for example, Seth Rollins survived a pedigree from AJ Styles, and that way, I mean, you were seeing that the match was getting even more interesting. And when the ending was getting closer, Seth Rollins actually applied a pedigree and then finally a stomp on AJ Styles. And it was a great match, but I didn't like that AJ Styles, for example, didn't survive a stomp. If you remember, WrestleMania almost survived two stomps, and Seth Rollins needed a super stomp from the third row actually to beat almost. So in this case, I thought that AJ Styles, you know, could have got out of that first stomp, survived that one, maybe just losing on the second one. But well, anyway, at the end, it was as we predicted on this channel also, Seth Rollins becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion, and the era of Rollins begins. Let's see how that begins on Monday Night Raw. Now let's see what happened during the second match of the night. Becky Lynch going against Trish Stratus, and you know it was a really interesting match. I was expecting a good match, you know, because of course we all know that Trish Stratus has been retired for some years, and the rivalry was good. They did a decent promo on last Monday Night Raw, and I was expecting just a decent match, but actually they gave us a great match. They really gave us a great match, and it was really entertaining. And I didn't see the twist coming. You know, I thought that if the rivalry was gonna end today, of course Becky Lynch had to win. But of course, we also told in the predictions video that if the rivalry was going to continue, then Trish Stratus had to win. But what I didn't see coming was that Zoe Stark was going to help Trish Stratus. And that was a really good twist because that probably means that Trish Stratus is going to build a faction of her own. And now you have Zoe Stark as the first member. So, really great match and great move, actually, great decision having Trish Stratus beat Becky Lynch. Now, what happened when Gunther defended the Intercontinental Championship against Mustafa Ali, the third match of the night? And as I told in the predictions video, I knew that Mustafa Ali was gonna give a great match, and that was exactly what happened. It was a great match, a great wrestling match. It was like having two styles, two opposite styles facing against each other, and that always works very well. And Mustafa Ali really did a great job, and he made us believe at two occasions that maybe he was just gonna win. But as I told in the predictions video, I think that Gunther is not gonna lose that title anytime soon. So that's exactly what happened. He survived those two great attacks from Mustafa Ali to actually win this match and retain the Intercontinental Championship. So Gunther retains, and let's see what happened during the fourth match of the night, and it was Bianca Belair against Asuka. And as I told you before, the rivalry was poorly constructed, yeah, very similar to what happened at WrestleMania. The only difference, and that is the catch for this match, the only difference during this rivalry and the one that was developed at WrestleMania was that at WrestleMania they were two faces facing each other. And this time we had the character of Asuka looking a little bit more into a heel character. And that's what actually happened, because Asuka actually stole the match. She stole the title from Bianca Belair. She cheated. She grabbed that mist on her fingers and applied those into Bianca's eyes. And that's how she won the title. A face doesn't do that. So Asuka has completely turned heel on this match. And we will see that is very interesting. We'll see what happens on the next SmackDown. I think that is gonna be a really interesting change for this rivalry that actually can do better than having two faces facing each other. Now let's see what happened when Rhea Ripley defended her title. And as I told in the predictions video, really, you didn't need to have this match. It was really an awful match. It wasn't squash. It ended in 3 minutes, and basically it was Rhea Ripley manhandling Natalya all over the ring and then just applying her finisher, and that's it. 3 minutes, 4 at the top. And if you didn't have Austin Theory defending his championship tonight, because it's Night of Champions, right? Why did you have to have this match? Why did you really have to make Rhea Ripley defend her championship against Natalya? That they were having a rivalry that it was not good enough, and it wasn't just there. This match actually doesn't help the event at all. So Rhea Ripley retains, and really, what? Let's see what happened in the next match. And the next match was our second main event of the night. I'm sorry, no. There cannot be 3 main events, really, please. There's only one main event. But anyway, WWE told us this is the second main event. So it was Cody Rhodes facing Brock Lesnar. And Cody Rhodes had one simple plan, and that plan was to avoid Brock Lesnar at the very beginning. No, he was injured. He had a broken arm, and that way he at the beginning he tried to avoid Brock Lesnar. He tried to make Brock Lesnar enter the ring, and that could give Cody the advantage. But that advantage was not gonna last too long, because Brock Lesnar was going to endure Cody's attack and start an attack of his own, and that's exactly what happened. And Brock Lesnar also sent Cody Rhodes through the air with 2 suplexes, and Cody Rhodes, of course, landed on his bot arm, so that didn't help him at all. And there was a moment when actually Cody realized that his arm cast was an iron cast, and he started to hit Brock Lesnar with his arm cast. and that for a moment actually allowed Cody Rhodes to take the lead. And he also applied his crossroads to Brock Lesnar, but when Brock Lesnar applied his submission maneuver 2 times actually, because the first time actually Cody Rhodes got to the ropes, but not in the second time, and the second time Cody Rhodes just fainted away, and that way Brock Lesnar got the win. And I think it was a great match, and I think it was a great decision to have Brock Lesnar beat Cody Rhodes this time, because you have to make the hero, you have to make Cody Rhodes, the American hero, go through hell. He needs to go through hell to actually get to heaven one day, and by beating Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for those titles. But he needs to go through a path of hell to actually get there. That's a great story to tell, and I think that's what they are doing. And now let's see finally the main event, the real main event of the night. That it was Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns facing the undisputed tag team champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And it was a great match. It was a fun match to see. And of course, the plan that had Roman Reigns was actually try to avoid entering the ring at the very beginning of the match. And when Solo Sikoa actually had already made some damage to Sami Zayn, that's when actually Roman Reigns entered the ring, right? But of course, Sami Zayn got out of trouble. He made an attack to Kevin Owens, and then of course Kevin Owens started to try to come back and attack the Tribal Chief. That was okay as a game plan, and actually I think it worked. It was entertaining to see that. And what we were expecting, of course, was the ending. And at the ending, it came what I told you in that video about the Usos betraying the Tribal Chief. That's exactly what happened. And we told you that first here at this channel, that the Usos were going to betray the Tribal Chief. Of course, how it happened, it was a bit different of how I thought that was going to happen, because WWE gave us an additional twist to the story. Because the Usos came to help Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, but the Tribal Chief didn't see that because he was next to the table, but he was unconscious and he didn't see the Usos helping. What he did see was the Usos kicking Solo Sikoa by mistake, because Sami Zayn got out of the way of that kick, and of course the Usos kicked their little brother Solo Sikoa. And that's what actually Roman Reigns saw. And Roman Reigns came very mad, very furious to the ring, and he pushed Jey Uso. And that's what actually made Jimmy Uso do what he did. He super kicked Roman Reigns. He protected his brother, and he super kicked Roman Reigns. And he told Jey, because Jey was like in shock, he didn't know what to do. Jimmy just told Jey, "Don't worry, you are with me, and this is what you should have done years ago. And we are brothers. He is not your brother. I am your brother." And then another super kick to Roman Reigns. And of course, I always love the faces that Paul Heyman has for every single event. He was in shock. He was amazed. And it was very funny to see Paul Heyman with the face that he couldn't believe what he was seeing. And nobody also could believe that, but if you have been listening to this channel, you were expecting this, and that's exactly what happened. The Usos betraying Roman Reigns. So very interesting to see how the story is going to develop in the upcoming months. I think that it's going to be a family feud with Jimmy Uso actually facing the Tribal Chief on the upcoming months, and that's going to be very interesting. Oh, and don't forget, I just told you that at the beginning of the video, but don't forget, he's already mad, so don't make the Tribal Chief mad, and go and get his new shirt at the WWE shop. That's it for today. I hope you like. If you like, please share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.